service and a fair price for over 40 years. See Matt Horn at Horn Home Supply in Harrodsburg, South College Street.
A chance of drizzle or sprinkles tonight, mostly cloudy, low 52. Tomorrow, partly sunny, high 67. Mostly cloudy Tuesday night, low 43. Partly sunny on Wednesday, high 69. Sunny on Thursday, high 71.
Hey, sports fans, huddle up. It's time for the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report, a weekly football show with the high school head coaches at Danville, Boyle, Mercer, Garrett, and Lincoln counties, along with the Center College head coach and UK football coach. The Pigskin Report, brought to you by Pizza Hut in Harrodsburg. Earn free pizza with Hut Rewards. State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky. Job Master Rental, let them help master your job. CC Auto Parts and Service, an Auto Value Certified Service Center. Now, with the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report, here are your hosts, Rick Schobel and Joe Mathis.
And welcome back to another edition of the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. Getting it from the Harrisburg Pizza Hut. Nobody out pizzas the Hut. Remember that. And if you're tired of the burger rut, hit the Hut. Pizza Hut. Well, Joe, we didn't do very good last week. 2-5.
That's not good.
No.
The food here is a lot better than that record.
Yes. And if you want to take advantage of some specials, call them up and find out what they are at 859-734-5143, 734-5143. Call it, have it ready for you, take it home, and don't do the dishes. You don't get your paper plates out and have a ball eating. Well, UK, we knew that probably was not going to be a win there.
Yeah.
Center College got smacked in the mouth. Boyle County got smacked in the mouth. Danville was in a track meet, and they came out on the short end. Garrett County got beat. Lincoln County won.
Yeah, Lincoln ended the regular season with a win.
So,
beat Rockcastle County.
And Mercer County, wow, what a big win that was.
First quarter running clock, I've been told.
Yes.
Shoot. Wow.
And what did Super Dave have? He had something new, didn't he?
Super Dave had the melts, the new cheesy, crispy, loaded melts.
And he gave 2 thumbs up.
Yeah,
to
there's
those.
like 3 different flavors of it, and he had the meats. So it's almost like a piece of pizza.
Careful, you can't say that very loud.
What?
The meats, because somebody in another restaurant will be infringing upon their.
Well, we're not at that restaurant. We're here.
That's
so
right.
We're going to say that Super
say
Dave
whatever
had the
they
meats.
want to.
It's like a piece of pizza that was folded over almost, but it's bigger than a piece of pizza. And there's 2 of them that come in an order. And Super Dave is full, and he gave it 2 thumbs up. And it's only $6.99, so try it out.
There you go. All right, we're going to try out UK coach Stoops and center coach Fry. But first, we've got to take a timeout, Joe.
Okay.
And get us out of here, will you?
Yeah, I'll get out of here and get us back as well. The Pizza Hut Pigskin Report is here at the Harrisburg Pizza Hut, home of the crispy melts and the large 3-topping pizza. You can get that here at Pizza Hut. Call ahead 734-5143, 734-5143. And you can sit in here and eat it, dine in, and talk high school football with us as well.
Super Dave and Tim Biggs.
Yeah, Super Dave and Tim Biggs had a pretty good crowd here earlier, but right now, we're holding down the fort, so we'd love to have you come on out.
High Mountain Barbecue.
High Mountain Barbecue
Tom
was here. Yeah,
Kathy
Tom came over here and ate. So, yeah, good crowd.
Johnny
Let's
Sloan
talk UK football and Center College
face.
football. And that'll be coming up right after this on the Pizza Pigskin Report on 103.9 FM WHIR, 99.5 FM WHBN, and HometownLive.net.
Great! See, we're practically sitting on the field. If you could sit here.
Your food and drinks will be right over.
Oh, yes! For the same price as way up here. Great seats. Right up here with a blimp. Why wouldn't you? It's the same with auto insurance. With discounts up to 40%, it's possible to get the personal service of a State Farm agent for the same or less than those other guys.
See your State Farm agent in Harrisburg, David Hopewell, and Randy Couch.
Big deals. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to hometownlive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with big deals at hometownlive.net. That's hometownlive.net.
The Big Dinner Box from Pizza Hut. 2 pizzas, breadsticks, and boneless wings or pasta all in one box. Heck, swap in a third pizza if you want. It's your world. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Additional charge for more than one topping. Product availability, prices, and delivery areas. Minimums and fees vary. Delivery charge not a tip.
Hey, this is Matt from Job Master Rental. Most of us may have some weekend free time. So when you find yourself looking at a home project, come see us at Job Master. We'll get you the right tool for any job. We can help you tackle home improvement projects to major construction and everything in between. Take advantage of our weekend special. 1-day rental from 3 p.m. on Friday to 8 a.m. on Monday morning. From all of us at Job Master, go Rebs. Visit us at jobmasterrental.com. We have 2 convenient locations in Danville and Lebanon. Let us help master your job.
Whitaker Bank is dedicated to providing exceptional banking experiences to our fellow Kentuckians. We live in the communities we serve, and we work diligently to serve the needs of our neighbors. This is Rita McIntyre, head teller and branch manager of the South Branch located at 928 South College Street in Harrodsburg. Stop in and let us put our experience and customer service to work for you. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC.
This is the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. And now, back to the show.
And back to Harrodsburg Pizza Hut. 859-734-5143. Call ahead. They'll have it ready to either eat here or take on home. All right, let's get this college talk underway with UK coach Stoops. A tough loss against a much better team as Tennessee throttled UK 44-6.
Get into work on Sunday and that long bus ride home, get home late Saturday night. And Sunday, it's not fun. But we have to face the facts. We got to take a good look at ourselves. Again, see the things, the areas where we're falling short, address them. We don't hide from them. They are certainly issues. You have to credit Tennessee, as I mentioned after the game. That's one heck of a football team. Very good. You have to play good in all 3 phases. You got to piece it together, and you got to make plays. You got to make competitive plays. I felt like our team played with very good intensity in a lot of areas. Not completely. A lot of areas I thought their competitive nature was very high. I thought they competed. I thought defensively they really competed and played on an edge. And certainly we made some mistakes, but played with very good intensity. I thought, offensively we tried to be physical. At times we were physical. The guys strained. We moved the ball at times. You got to capitalize. You have to keep up. I mentioned it. I'll address it again briefly. I mentioned it after the game, but you get drives. You got to make competitive catches. You got to convert when you're in the red zone. You got to try to keep pace, and hopefully that changes things. But with a team like Tennessee, if you do not and you turn it over and you give them good field position, whether it be special teams or lack of efficiency offensively, it could get out of hand in a hurry. So there's a lot of things that there's no panic. We have to get back on track and get back to work. We've done that before. And if you compete in this league, you better get used to it. So we will never accept that, but we better get back on the horse here real quick and get ready to compete and play Missouri. Again, you look at it each year, you look at it at the end of the year. There's teams in our league. You got to look at it for some of us, much like the NFL. There's a lot of parity, and there's some elite teams in our league on each side, in the East and the West, and then there's a lot of teams fighting. Missouri is one of those teams. I give Coach Drink a lot of credit because they had a brutal loss a few games back in the Auburn game where they essentially were an inch from winning the game, and the team could have went any which way, and they turn around and play an incredible game, play Georgia as good as anybody's played them, and had a tough loss. Go to Florida and play incredibly well. You could take a couple plays out of that, they could win. Then they beat beat Vandy and beat South Carolina, and so they are playing extremely hard. He got those guys regrouped, and they could very easily be 5-3 just like us, and right in the middle of the pack with the rest of the SEC. So this is obviously a big game for us to, again, not let one turn into two. I don't think that'll happen. I think we have strong leadership on our team. We've already addressed it some, post game. Got to get back to work today with our meetings and with practice and get ready to go play a team in Missouri that I'm very impressed with. I think they're playing extremely hard. Coach, has done a really good job of getting that team playing at a high level and doing some really good things. And, much like us, after a tough loss or bad beats, you could go either way. And they've responded the right way, and I expect our team to do the same.
That was Coach Stoops, and hopefully going to Missouri won't turn into misery. All right, Center College Coach Fry, Trinity is a very good team as they got the best of Center 41-21.
Yeah, we had our opportunities, and, when you play a really good football team, you can't make mistakes. I mean, we were at one point 24-21, and if you throw a pick for a touchdown and then come back and throw another pick, it's tough to rebound from those things. And that's kind of what kind of took place. They had some good yardage. The quarterback makes good throws. But, when you play a good football team, it really comes down to the mental errors. And they always say there's 4 or 5 plays, and 4 or 5 plays is really what kind of changed the trajectory of the game. We knew it was going to be we felt like it would be a good football game. I thought we matched up pretty well with them. But, when our quarterback went down after the second series with a pulled hamstring, and so then we were kind of put in a position where, we had to change a little bit of our offense because the quarterback that got injured, what we had practiced that week were some of his strengths. And then going in with the backup quarterback, his strengths aren't those things. His strengths are other things. He doesn't get as many reps, obviously, as your first team quarterback. So, I think that played into a little bit. And I'm not taking anything away from Trinity. It's just part of what happens. It's part of the game.
Yeah, Coach Haddix can understand that with Boyle County. They lost Sage Dawson against Frederick Douglass. And, Frederick Douglass is really good. Like Trinity's really good. And you can't, against these teams, you got to be hitting on all cylinders to compete. And obviously, when your quarterback went down, it really hampered your effort.
Yeah, it did. But, I think still we were good enough to compete with it. And, I kind of hope that we can, right now we just got to rebound. And I think our kids will. They played hard. It was a great game. It was a real physical game, and I expected that. And, but it's, there's no excuses to that. You got to play hard and play well, so it's part of the game.
Now, you still conference-wise? How do you stand there?
No, I think everybody's out. Trinity's got 2 teams that they're playing that, I think they're better than, obviously, Swanee and Millsaps. And, I think that they're kind of on the bottom dwellers right now. So, and, Trinity's 6th in the country. So,
wow.
That's how important our game was. If we could have won, then we were in the driver's seat to win our conference. It's the way it happens. It's part of the game.
Well, any other significant injuries you had during the game?
No, we're banged up, but that's part of the game. You got to play it. There's no ifs or buts.
Yep.
So yeah, I feel pretty good that we can bounce back. I think this is a big game for our kids. I think they're going to be fired up and ready to go.
And you better be, because you got to go to Birmingham Southern. And what do you know about their offense?
They're really good. I think that they've got really good skill. Their quarterback's very good. They've got good running backs. I think that they're the type of team that you better be on. It's going to be the same thing. Trinity and Barry played them really well, but Birmingham's good. I expect them to be able to throw the football. They'll want to run the ball against you. They'll line up in double tights and it's a little bit unbalanced, and they'll just try to hammer you. Which is okay. Our kids like that kind of football too. So
Yeah, you start to run to open up the pass.
Yeah, that's right. So we'll see. We'll see how it all works out.
What about defensively? What do you see there?
They're very they're fast. Like Trinity. I think they will. They'll probably blitz you a little more than what Trinity did. They'll bring people. I was really kind of surprised that Trinity really didn't bring a lot of heat, and I think Birmingham Southern has to probably bring some heat. They're going to have to bring some 5-man pressures, to kind of keep you honest, And their kids can play well. They'll zone back behind it, play some man. So yeah, it'll be a good football game.
Keys to a center victory over Birmingham Southern Saturday.
We can't make the mistakes that we made, especially when you play good football games, and teams that, when I say can't make mistakes, you can't jump off sides, you can't have illegal procedures, you can't have a couple, a clip here and a clip there and a hold here, and then those kind of things will shake you up, especially against a good football team. The ones that really get me are the ones that, illegal procedure and offside.
Unforced errors, yeah.
Yeah, those just drive me crazy because those are things you can control.
Those are mental mistakes.
Totally mental.
Yeah.
Totally mental. But we'll get it. Yeah, it'll be good. So let's get after it. Can't wait to get going.
There's center coach Fry. Again, they're kind of out of the conference chase, but still got a lot of pride to play for. And you got a lot of time to get to the Harrodsburg Pizza Hut, 859-734-5143. Call ahead, see what kind of specials they have. They got some great sandwiches, great fries. They got salads. They got a little bit of everything, a little more than you think than just pizzas at the Pizza Hut. We're going to take a timeout. After that, we'll come back. We'll have Danville Coach Beach and Bull County Coach Haddix right here on the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. You are getting it on 99.5 WHBN, 103.9 FM, WHIR, and stream live at hometownlive.net.
CC Auto Parts and Service.
CC Auto Parts and Service is open for your service and parts needs. CC Auto Parts and Service are offering pickup and delivery for all your auto repairs as well as parts. They have a pay over the phone option if needed. CC Auto Parts and Service are concerned for everyone's well-being and are doing their best at keeping a sanitary and healthy environment. Give them a call at 734-9515.
CC Auto Parts and Service. Service is the difference. We get it.
This is Jesse Johnson, Senior Vice President of Whitaker Bank's newest branch located in downtown Danville at 218 West Main Street. Whatever your banking needs, Whitaker Bank is here to help. Give us a call at 859-236-9822 to discuss your options and let us put our experience and customer service to work. We look forward to speaking with you. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Great seat. We're practically sitting on the field. If you could sit here.
Your food and drinks will be right over.
Oh, yes! For the same price as way up here. Great seats. Right up here with a blimp. Why wouldn't you? It's the same with auto insurance. With discounts up to 40%, it's possible to get the personal service of a State Farm agent for the same or less than those other guys.
See your State Farm agent in Harrodsburg, David Hopewell, and Randy Couch.
Ever notice how happy a bird looks perched on your power line? The reason the bird can sit on the power line is that he isn't touching the ground or any other grounded object. We, on the other hand, can't afford to be so carefree. So when you're working outside, the folks at your local electric cooperative remind you to avoid power lines. Always look up and to all sides before hoisting metal ladders and tree pruners into position. We're Kentucky's electric cooperatives, and our power is our people.
Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
This is the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. And now, back to the show.
We are live at the Harrodsburg Pizza Hut with Radio Rick and Super Dave and Tim Biggs here as well. And you can come on out and talk some high school football and some pizza with us as well. And we'd love to see you out here at the Harrodsburg Pizza Hut. They actually had some candy out here, and I went to go grab some, but they put the candy up.
Well, because you kept eating it.
I was thinking,
for the kids.
Yeah, we can't just
come
leave
on,
the candy
Joe.
out for this old
Get
guy
with
to
the
get
program.
But I got me a Reese cup and a Snickers.
Oh, yeah. Did you get me one? No.
I told you all there was candy up there. I'm not going to bring it back.
You went up there twice. No wonder they
Well, the second time I came back empty-handed. They put all the candy up because I was eating it all.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Let's talk
Candy
Danville
robber.
Talk Danville football. Coach Peach is with us, and Coach Peach, it was a gunfight at the OK Corral as Whitley County outguns you 54-50, but not without an all-time performance by your own Maury Brown, who ran for 319 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Yes, no, just very proud of Maury. He's worked very hard. He's a fantastic young man, and we're very proud of him and with his success. And he's been a leader for us really his whole career. But we moved him to quarterback. He's been a great leader for us on the field, and just we're really happy for him and his success individually.
What about Braden Boffman as well, Coach? A guy who averaged more than 10 yards a carry and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I thought Braden had a really good game too, and he's been chipping in. Josh Bixler had some nice carries in there. So, listen, it was a great football game. Whitley County, they were fighting for the playoff lives with the tiebreaker that they were kind of put in, caught them on their senior night. And, listen, hats off to them. They hit a couple of trick plays too, to give themselves a chance. And but hopefully we can learn from this moving forward. Getting into playoff time, we get to host a playoff game for the second straight year, which we're very excited about.
Coach, you had a couple of drives that ended up at the 1-yard line. One on a fourth and goal from 20 where Maury gained 19, and another one where the first half just ended on you. And you look back at those, and you had a chance to put on a couple more touchdowns and would have won the game if that happened.
Yeah, listen, any game, whether it's 7-6 or the shootout we had 54-50, you can always look back on woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda, But the bottom line is we didn't, convert enough plays execution-wise to win the football game. But I thought our guys still played hard. We played to the very end, even to the last, last possession. So, listen, our guys have shown a lot of fight and spirit about them. And, we've been working for the tournament the whole year. And now we get to host a playoff game for the second year in a row. We're excited about it.
Defensively, for you all, Coach, they were able to hit a couple of pass plays that many of them were severely underthrown, and they just used their size, the receivers did, and got in front of your defensive backs.
Yeah, we'll just have to try and work on some of those 50-50 balls. Normally we get our fair share of those. There was at least 4 of them that, were just kind of thrown straight up in the air. They just came down with all of them. Typically we get a few interceptions on some of those, but we didn't the other night. But, just because, we didn't the other night doesn't mean we can't this Friday. So, hopefully we can just, learn from that and work on that a little bit this week and get better.
Coach, you play the Monroe County Falcons, and here I am in studio. I'm a huge Atlanta Falcons fan. They won their game yesterday. I'm wearing a Falcons polo, and they use the same exact logo the Atlanta Falcons do. So I look like I'm wearing a Monroe County polo right now. But this is a team, Coach, that started off the season 0-7, and it only scored, 28 plus 6 is 34, had scored like 50 points their first 7 games. Since then, they've won 3 straight. They've scored 37, 22, and 44. So this is a team that's caught fire at the right time.
I know their head coach, John Pettit. He and I have coached together in a Kentucky All-Star game before. He's top-notch. Has a really, really nice group. They're young like us, but they've kind of caught fire at the end, and very well-balanced offensively. They want to run the football like us. So it'll take a toll team after this Friday.
Offensively speaking, Coach, they're a team that looks like they favor the run over the pass. What do you expect to see out of their offense?
Yeah, same thing, just what you said. Power football, ISO football, off-tackle football. They like pulling people, GT, counters and whatnot. And they also do a nice job in the option game. John has always had some element of the option since he's been coaching. They'll run some inside and outside there as well.
They got some guys on defense that can make plays. They've forced 7 fumbles this year. All 7 of them have been recovered by different players. They also have 3 interceptions, so 10 turnovers on the year. What do you expect to see out of their defense?
Yeah, some type of 4-man front. They'll show you 4-4, 4-3, 1 high, 2 high. They're very aggressive in what they do. They get to the ball well. And like you said, they got different people chipping in.
It doesn't seem like, or Coach, you can answer this, or do they blitz often? Because I look at their defensive stats, they have 1 tackle for loss and 1 sack the entire season.
Well, that might not be accurate.
Yeah.
Some of those stats that get reported, but no, they certainly blitz inside, they blitz outside. They do different games. So I've seen them get more than what's reported there on tackles for loss. So, listen, it's just a really, hard-nosed bunch. They're very well coached. And we know it's going to be a challenge for us Friday.
Now you get a home game as well. That's one of the great benefits of getting one of the top 2 seeds. You all did that, so you play at home. Don't have to travel to Monroe County. So, Coach, what's the keys to a victory on Friday to move on to the second round of the playoffs?
Yeah, try and run the football and stop the run, turnover margin, and then in the kicking game have a really good night. even if you don't score in the kicking game, if you can just do some things in field position to give yourself an opportunity to win.
And that was head coach Beach of Danville. Let's go across the county line over to Boyle County. Coach Haddock's Frederick Douglass is a good, and there is advertised, handing you a 37-6 thumping.
Yeah, Frederick Douglass is a really good football team. I felt like our kids, we didn't play perfect, and when you play a team like that that's really, really good, you can't miss on some things, and we missed on some things, but give a lot of credit to them. They're a really good football team. They played a great game, and we learned a lot from them.
No coach likes to make excuses of when injuries occur, next man up. Can you give us an update on what happened to Sage?
No, we've got his knee's a little swollen up. They did MRI today, so we'll see what we find out. I think they're supposed to be on Wednesday when we'll find out the results. So just keep praying for that young man, and just a great young man who does whatever's asked of him. He's worked his butt off. He's got himself in shape, and played both ways for us. Just a leader and just an overall great.
There was a commotion on the Boyle County sideline, Coach. Everybody stood up. We couldn't see what was going on. Did it involve Sage himself?
He was playing defense and playing DB, and they caught the touchdown, and he got the guy down, tried to tackle him, still fighting for the ball, trying to compete at every play that he is, and that's what you coach to do. And it looked like he kind of got twisted. He, on the ground, he played the extra point and then came over and said, Coach, my knees hurt. Just talks about how tough he is.
Yeah.
Coach, my knees hurting. Come over here. So then we went under the tent, and Dr. Unger and Double J are great that we're very blessed to have them on our sideline. And, got ice on him, determined, obviously couldn't go back in. And, that's where we went from there. Yeah, you brought in Avery Bodner. I know you didn't want to use him that much, him coming off an injury himself. Avery gave a pretty good account for himself just coming in off his injury. Did you pretty much stick to the game plan? Avery's played quarterback in middle school. He's played quarterback as a freshman. He's played both ways. He's kind of been our backup quarterback. Until Sage came, he was going to be the quarterback, in my opinion, at this. And Avery's just a football player. And, we also got Montavian Davey that can also play quarterback too. So we're very blessed that we have some options that we can go with, and our offense, we can kind of mold it to whoever we need to. And Avery went in there and did a great job, and we've got some other pieces around him that everybody's got to step up, and our kids will do that. Yeah, you do have a lot of options, and with Tavy being, he threw a touchdown pass last week, so you don't know where he's going to show up at, where he's going to line up at, and just get the ball in his hands and let him do some magic. Everybody else come out okay after the game? Yeah, everybody was fine after that game. It was just, it was a physical game. They're a really good football team, but now everybody's got 0-0. It's what are we going to do? Win or go home now. All chips are on the table. That's right. You got Rowan County 4-6, but do you throw that out? You're 8-2. You throw that out. Everybody's 0-0, one and done. They have scored 163 points. They're averaging about 16 a game. Then they allow 16. Let's see the points they've allowed. Give up 240. So they give up 24 points a game. They rush for 1,629, and they pass for 948. So it looks like the defense can be exploited. You just have to go and work your game in and see how it fits against their defense. Well, there's a lot of parity in that district. If you look, week 9, they played the district champion, which is Boyd County, and it went in overtime. They lost by 7. It was 14-7, lost in overtime. So there's a lot of parity, and that's the first place team. They're the third place team. So a lot of parity in that district, what they are. So we know we're playing a good football team. They're going to be kind of come over here, and it's going to be a big game for them. It's a big game for everybody. Like we said, it's 0-0. We got to go play our best. We've got some things that we've got to work on, obviously, and if we want to get where we want to go. The quarterback's thrown 7 touchdown passes, but 12 interceptions. So, defensively, you're just going to play Boyle County Rebel football and swarm to the ball and just play like you have all year. Yeah, that's what we got to do. That's a recipe for success is playing our style of football, which is fast and physical, and, getting to the ball with bad intentions, and offensively being physical and running the football and making plays when they're in there. What about defensively? What do you think they're going to try to do to you? What they've seen is more of a 4-3, cover 3. They'll play some cover 2 also. I'm sure they've got a really good defensive line. They've got a really good linebacker. They're going to be we're going to get their best game. We know that.
Special teams, how do they look on film?
They're very, number 10 is a really good kick returner. He can play in the back end. So we've got to do a great job of containing him and doing everything we need to do there. And then their kicking game's not quite what they have been.
Coach, final question. What's it going to take for Boyle County to come out away with a victory over Rowan County on Friday night?
We got to take care of the ball. We got to play great defense, limit the big play, and just execute. Turnovers are big in these games, jumping on them quick, and us getting some turnovers, and then we got to take care of the football. Hey, thank you. Go Rebels.
That's Boyle County head football coach Justin Haddix. The Rebels lost 37-6 to Frederick Douglass on Friday night. Let's go over to Garrett County and Coach Spencer Crutchfield. And Coach, your Golden Lions played well, but fell 27-20 to a pretty good Clay County team.
Well, we moved the ball in between the 20s. We really struggled in the red zone. So that we've had trouble with that at points this year, and that kind of came back and bit us again last week. But overall we did fine. We just got to be able to execute and in the red zone and not put ourselves behind the chains with some negative plays. But got to give a lot of credit to Zach Daly as well. He hit 2 field goals for us and put some points on the board to keep us in the game.
Yeah, this is a team, Tate Rice, their quarterback, who came in, had really good numbers. He only went 9 for 25. You picked him off once, and that was, I think, Hayden Elliman, who took it back 75 yards for a touchdown. So your pass defense didn't seem like they played too terrible against a guy who was a really good quarterback.
No, I mean, we were in position a lot, and, I give him a lot of credit. He puts the ball where it needs to be, and, his receivers made some tough catches on us as well for really big plays, and we got beat over the top a couple times, but that happens when we're facing really talented guys. And like you said, he's a really good quarterback, and overall defensively he played pretty solid. Defense played really well actually all game on run and pass. So we just had a few plays here and there that kind of allowed them to have big plays.
Yeah, and one of those big plays, you never know what play and when a play in a game can happen. They can turn the tides. They had a kickoff return for a touchdown, and the difference is a touchdown in the game. So how big was that play?
I mean, it's huge. They opened up the game with a kickoff return, and then then we go 3 and out, and they throw a bomb over top for like 65 yards and go up 14-0 really quick. So so that kind of put you behind the chains. We didn't start very well, and we weren't ready to go, and that's my fault is, not getting the guys ready to go. But then from that point, we played pretty well.
You mentioned Zach Daly hitting a couple of field goals. How long were those field goals, Coach? Do you remember?
23 and 24, I think, I think I'm correct with that, 23 and 24 yards.
Coach, you line up now against Fleming County on Friday. You all have the number 3 seed in your district, and this is a Fleming County Panther team that'll come in winning 4 straight over Pendleton County, Lewis County, and Harrison County, and they put up some major points in those 3 games. So what do you expect to see out of this Fleming County offense?
Well, they're going to run the ball. They got a really good running back. He's a load. He's around 215, 220 pounds, and he runs the ball hard. They're physical up front. And they keep you off balance with some play calls. They'll run some sweep stuff and some RPO stuff and take shots with a really good receiver as well. So, we have our hands full there, but ultimately they're going to be a physical team that wants to run the football at you.
Defensively, what do you expect to see out of them?
They'll give you just a few different looks. They're aggressive in everything they do defensively, so they're going to try to bring more than you can block quite often and try to blitz you and try to create a lot of negative plays. So we know we have our hands full. We've got to be prepared for that, and like everybody else does, we know that they're going to probably pack the box. We try to like to run the football so much, so probably be nothing different this week.
The Fleming County Panthers, Coach, what's the keys to a win over Fleming County to move on to the second round of the KHSA Class 3A playoffs?
We just got to make sure, like I said earlier, we got to make sure that we capitalize on all of our opportunities, and we take care of the football and just make sure we play fundamental football.
That's Garrett County head football coach Spencer Crutchfield. Golden Lions go to the playoffs.
They're getting better.
Yeah,
they're getting better. It's this first year again. You got to remember that too.
That's a team that's on their 3rd string quarterback as well. They lost their top 2 quarterbacks to injuries, so they're trying to put things together, piece things together, and have certainly gotten better, as you said, towards the end of the season.
Opened up the offense a little more, so Where's you got it on there. Okay. I didn't think you had your windscreen on there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It was just hidden from this angle that I'm sitting at.
Like the pizza boxes
candy robber
that we ate our pizza from. Sid.
Why don't you go next door and go see if they got any candy?
Mm-mm. No, I've had too much. I can't move now.
Ate too much candy. They share none with us.
Yeah. Hey, we're here live at the Harrisburg Pizza Hut.
Hey,
Super Dave had the pizza melts.
Yes.
And he said 2 thumbs up on those.
Yeah, it looked good.
Yeah, so try those out. The pizza melts, cheesy, crispy, and loaded. They have, I think, 3 different flavors. There's pepperoni, there's the meats, and there's like buffalo chicken or something.
The meats.
Super Dave got the meats. Look great. Comes with a dipping cup of marinara pizza sauce to dip it in, and it's soaked in garlic butter. So looked very good. Radio Rick and myself split a large pizza. Tim had a medium pepperoni pizza. So you got all kinds of different things. Like you said, Rick, before we went to that last break, you hear Pizza Hut, you think pizza, but they have so much more than just pizza.
And they've added so much more.
Great sandwiches.
Yep.
Have a great French fries.
They got some great salads.
Salads as well here at the Harrisburg Pizza Hut. So if you want to be a part of the show, we'd love to have you come in and talk to us. 734-5143 is the number to call your order ahead, and swing by here, pick it up. 734-5143.
How'd you see those with all those heads you've drawn on there?
Good eyes.
Almost right over the top of the phone number.
It's all the pizza I eat. It helps my eyesight.
Is that it?
Yep.
So somebody keeps taking that pen and knocking the pen off of there.
Who do we have coming up?
We've got Lincoln Coach Jaggers and Mercer Coach Yeast.
Oh, that's coming up right after this.
That's right.
On the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report, live from the Harrisburg Pizza Hut, right here on Mondays from 6 o'clock until 7 on WHIR and WHBN, 103.9 FM WHIR, 99.5 FM WHBN, and HometownLive.net, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
Is your vehicle in need of maintenance or repair? Perhaps you work a full-time job, have kids to run here and there, and can't be without your vehicle for days. We at CC Auto understand. We offer free pickup and delivery and same-day service on most all repairs. Let us take some of the load off your shoulders. Call CC Auto now at 734-9515. 734-9515.
CC Auto Parts and Service is the difference. We get it.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, only from Pizza Hut. Ask or click for a limited time offer. Extra charge for more than one topping and extra cheese.
This is Jason Tyler, loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Harrodsburg. Communication is key. That has always been my motto. Communicating with my customers, finding the best rate, and keeping my customer informed during the entire loan process is something that you can count on. Call me today at 859-734-3316 and let Whitaker Bank help you with your lending needs. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Big deals.
1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, Jenny here. Just counting all the dollars I saved at my local Big Deals online store. What? You haven't saved yet? Get on it. You'll love the great selection of gift certificates at discount prices. They make great gifts, too. And you can shop right from your phone. Nothing satisfies like counting all those savings. Now let me get back to it. 6, 7, 8.
Go to HometownLive.net to shop and save at the Big Deals online store. You can also find links to download the free Big Deals Media app for your phone. Works on Apple and Android cells. Shop quickly and access all your mobile Big Deal certificates easily for redemption. You can also easily send a mobile certificate to someone else to use via email. Check it out and join the thousands that save with Big Deal certificates to local businesses.
Shop and save with Big Deals at HometownLive.net. That's HometownLive.net.
Hey, this is Matt from Job Master Rental. Most of us may have some weekend free time, so when you find yourself looking at a home project, come see us at Job Master. We'll get you the right tool for any job. We can help you tackle home improvement projects to major construction and everything in between. Take advantage of our weekend special, 1-day rental from 3 p.m. on Friday to 8 a.m. on Monday morning. From all of us at Job Master, go Rebs, visit us at jobmasterrental.com. We have 2 convenient locations in Danville and Lebanon. Let us help master your job.
If you use electric appliances in the bathroom, garage, or outdoors, any place where moisture is present, you need a GFCI. The folks at your local electric cooperative want you to know that a GFCI, or ground fault circuit interrupter, will help you use those appliances safely by protecting you from electrical shocks. If you'd like to learn more about GFCIs, call your local electric cooperative. We're Kentucky's electric cooperatives, and our power is our people.
Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
This is the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. And now, back to the show.
Live from the Harrisburg Pizza Hut. Again, we'd love to have you out here. The large 3-topping pizza, the large 5-topping pizza. They have different deals on that. They have the crispy melts. They have pasta. They've got breadsticks. They've got everything you could possibly think of for a pizza place to have and more here at the Harrisburg Pizza Hut. Let's talk with Lincoln County head football coach Josh Jaggers. And, Coach, your Patriots into the season with a win over longtime nemesis Rockcastle County, 28-7.
It was a total team effort. Offensively, defensively, I think they had up till their scoring drive there late. I think we held them under 100 yards total rushing. But it was just a great effort by all our guys. I mean, especially up front. Sawyer, I think, ended up rushing for a career high at 215 or 225, something like that. And Seth got back in the mix at running back, and then Micah Phillips, who is just as tough as they come. He's no bigger in a minute, and but he will absolutely he'll give you everything he's got. And, we worked all week long on our passing game quite a bit. As we always do, run game and passing game, but even more so last week, just because I didn't know. How we'd be able to run it against them just because of what they do defensively and as aggressive as they play to run and sell out to stop it. And then that third play of the game, Sawyer took it to the house from about 55, 57 yards off, and then we went back to it and just just grinding them, grinding, and we just we stuck to the script and we connected Connor Davis, a few passes. And it was just it was a good night. It was just a total team effort.
You got Johnson Central now, Coach. A game.
We got another easy one, another cupcake. Another no-name program in the state,
right? and the thing about it is, I'm looking, and apparently Lincoln County all-time 2-0 versus Johnson Central. Never lost a game to Johnson Central. But look, this is a team that returns many of their weapons off of last year's state semifinal team. When you think blue bloods and teams that are dominant, Johnson Central's one that pops pretty much in everybody's head. We know this is a team that's going to run the football as much as they can. What do you expect to see out of their offense, Coach?
Yeah, same thing. They base out of the bone, and then they'll get in the broken bone, and then they'll get in the double wing set as well. But they keep everything pretty much the same schematically. That's what I was just talking to some of the guys a little bit ago, and that talked to them, and just what they do. Like Belfry, Johnson Central. They just hang their hat on. They don't get greedy. They stick to the script, and they're banking on those 2, 3, 4, 5 yard runs in the first half becoming longer runs and touchdowns in the second half, just because they're taking their chances that the opposing team doesn't want to keep that type of fight up against them. And they lean on you, they wear on you, they grind you. I mean, they epitomize looking at the game in 10-yard increments. We kind of got to take the approach that we've had these last couple games of just being patient, be patient. And our run game, I knew a few weeks ago, we had those 2 injuries to Thaden Garr, season-ending injuries to Thaden Garr and Reed Carlos. Thaden never made it to the season, and Reed got hurt after week 1. And I'm not so sure that we just didn't, and that's on me, that we kind of abandoned the run game quite a bit. But in the end, if you can't run the ball, you can forget it. The rest of it's just kind of for show. Yeah. And 2 or 3 weeks ago, we made it a point that we're gonna be physical, or that's it. Burn the ships kind of type thing. But we'll be able to run the ball or forget it. And the last 2 weeks, our rushing game, I'm not sure exact stats off the top of my head, but I think we've rushed somewhere close to about 600 yards these last 2 weeks, or in the high fives combined. So anytime you can do that and stop the run or slow it down a little bit, you obviously give you a chance to win ball games.
And this, you don't oftentimes think of a team that runs the ball a ton as a high-scoring offense, because typically, right, that runs the clock down and makes the game shorter.
Right.
But I mean, this is a Johnson Central team that's put up 55, 54, 56, 52, 43. I mean, they don't have any trouble scoring, even though they're running that wishbone.
No. Yeah, no, they don't have any trouble scoring. I mean, they got some guys that, the reason they're able to score, and they got guys that they'll pound you. But, they got some guys that can break it. They can get that 4 or 5 yard run, and then it's just, it's DNA. I mean, it's on them. It's genetics. I mean, they just they take off and leave you. So they obviously Coach Matney, and him tragically passing last year. He built that place from the ground up. Blue collar. We're going to come right here at you. The tremendous weightlifting program, tremendous wrestling program. I mean, they're pretty good in just about everything that they do. But what he built there, they still believe in and will always believe in. And they really haven't missed a beat. I mean, they look like the Johnson Central teams of the past. They still get after you. They play in. I mean, every play they're coming after you. They play a real physical brand of football, and they happen to have some guys that can take it the distance as well.
Lincoln County head football coach Josh Jaggers. Coach, what's the keys to a Patriot victory on Friday to move on to the second round?
Yeah, just being the most physical team, and going the distance, 48 minutes, and playing them there, at their place. I mean, it's going to be a hostile environment. It's something I'm looking forward to. I know our guys are looking forward to it. But we need to get a couple of turnovers, and we got those last week. We got a couple of turnovers last week. I mean, Connor Davis had 1 or maybe 2 interceptions. But anytime you can win the turnover battle and be the most physical team, you give yourself a chance to win. And those two things are what it's going to be able to take next week. If we can do those, if we can be the better team in those two categories, I like our chances.
Yeah. That's Lincoln coach Jaggers. Now let's turn to Mercer coach Yeast. You didn't just beat West Jessamine. You gave them a butt whooping and held star quarterback Jacob Jones just 1 touchdown rushing and 1 touchdown passing, drubbing them 63-13.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. We play really well. We play very fundamentally sound and disciplined, and we came out with a really good win.
And Mr. Jones, who he's been averaging so many points in that high-flying offense of West Jessamine, you have to be pleased with the effort that your defense put up.
I'm very pleased with the way our defense played. I thought we played with really good effort, very good discipline and focus. Against an offense that was scoring a lot of points, I thought we did a really good job of keeping them off the scoreboard.
Well, not only that, your defense, but then the offense, you exploited their defense too. So hats off to the offense. And that usually starts at the line, doesn't it?
It does. And it starts up front with the offensive line. And I thought our guys played very well up front on both sides of the ball, on the offense and defensive line.
Did you come out okay after the game health-wise?
Yeah, I thought our health was good. We don't have any major injuries. I feel pretty good about where we are health-wise.
And you got a little momentum. You've won 2 in a row now as you start the playoffs. So everybody's 0-0, so you wipe the slate clean. And you go to E-Town, who is 7-3. They have scored 349 points. They have allowed just 148. They've rushed for 2,286. And they have passed for 990. So they've got obviously a run-oriented team. But, Coach, one glaring stat that sticks out to me, their quarterback has hit 39 out of 63, but he's thrown for 13 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty good. They are a very solid football team. They're coached extremely well, and we're going to have to do a really good job of trying to keep them off the board and keep them from scoring points. We're going to have to really play disciplined football.
They've recovered 10 fumbles and have 6 interceptions in 10 games. So, again, another team that likes to try to make you make mistakes and take advantage of them.
Yeah, I mean, they generally capitalize very well on your mistakes. And if we make a lot of mistakes, that's going to put us in position in not such a favorable.
They've got one rusher. It's got 9 touchdowns, another 6. 2 more, it's got 4, another's got 3. So it looks like they've got some backs that can score. So defensively, what do you think your game plan is going to be? Is it going to, you think they're going to come out and try to establish the run and then open up the pass?
Well, I think they're going to come out and run the football. I mean, that's pretty much what they do. They will take shots, but they're a running football team, and we're going to have to be very physical. And like I said, play with great effort and energy in order to stop them.
Is their line fairly big?
They have really good size across the board at all positions, at all levels. So they're pretty good size.
What does the film tell you about the defense? What are the tendencies there?
Well, their defense, they're a 4-4 cover 3 defense. And, they line up and they play aggressively. They'll bring 1 or 2 backers at a time and try to create pressure and opportunities.
What about special teams? What do you see there?
Special teams-wise, they're solid. They're going to do a really good job of spraying the ball all over the place when they kick. They have some good returners, and we're going to have to be solid. They're solid in every phase of the game.
Again, it counts to they're just averaging giving up 14 points a game, so that defense is going to try to dictate, and you hope your offense is going to dictate. My last question I always ask you, Coach, is what are the keys to a Mercer County victory over E-Town Friday night?
I think the keys for us are play disciplined football, play with great effort, create turnovers and not turn the ball over ourselves, and I think that will give us an opportunity to win, and we need to make our special teams create some opportunities for us in a positive and not a negative. Sounds good. Go Titans.
That's Mercer County head football coach Craig East. 63-13 the final score.
Unbelievable offense.
Yeah, so way to go to the Titans. They got a tough game Friday. They're at E-Town. Very good team. They're in Class 3A. Let's talk about these matchups that we have in our area. First of all, Rowan County is at Boyle County.
These are our playoff games, by the way.
Yes, these are playoff games. This is you win, you move on, you lose.
Everybody's 0-0. It doesn't matter if you're 10-0 or 0-10.
Yeah, the first time where if you lose, season's over. I mean, it starts this weekend. So Rowan County's at Boyle County, 7:30 Friday on Z105. Monroe County is at Danville, 7:30 kickoff on 103.9 FM WHIR. Mercer County, we mentioned, is at E-Town at 7:30 on 99.5 FM WHBN. Garrett County is at Fleming County, 7:30 on hometownlive.net. And after the Boyle game on Z105. And then other area games with teams. Anderson County is at Boyd County, 7:30.
Not to be confused with Boyle.
Not Boyle, yeah, Boyd.
Boyd.
B-O-Y-D. Anderson County at Boyd County, 7:30. Webster County is at Casey County, 8 o'clock kickoff for that one. They pushed that one back to allow Webster County time to get there. And Lincoln County is at Johnson Central, 7:30 kickoff on Friday. A tough one for the Patriots. So Saturday, Center College at Birmingham Southern, 2 o'clock kickoff for that one. And on Z105, UK is at Missouri, 10 o'clock pregame, 12 noon to kick off for that one on your Cat Connection Z105. So we got high school football games on Friday. Saturday, you got college football games. And tonight, you've got the Bengals and the Browns. Rick, your Browns are on Monday Night Football. The best running back in the NFL, Nick Chubb, is going to be on Monday Night Football tonight.
Well, I hope he can do something. I don't hold out much hope. This Browns team is in disarray right now, and I just don't know. They take a step forward and 2 back.
Yeah.
It seems like.
Well, they can just keep it afloat till Deshaun Watson gets back. We'll see if they can.
I think that might make a difference with them.
Yep.
Well, it's made a difference having you join us. Thank you. Thank you, Super Dave, Tim, Joe.
You're
Rick.
welcome.
Back at the station, Robert, thank you. This has been another live sports presentation of the Hometown Radio Network. Be good sports fans. Get out and root on your teams in the playoffs. All right, that's going to do it for the Harrodsburg Pizza Hut. 859-734-5143. Call ahead. They'll have it ready for you to be picked up. Pizza. All right, Robert.
This has been the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report, brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agents in Danville and Harrodsburg, CC Auto Parts and Service, Whitaker Bank, Job Master Rental, and Pizza Hut. Join us every Monday evening at 6 during football season for the Pigskin Report on the Hometown Radio Network and hometownlive.net.
This is WHBN Harrodsburg, The Rooster, broadcasting on AM 1420 and now FM 99.5. Now, the news.
NBC News Radio, I'm Brian Shook. The man accused of attacking House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband is being charged with attempted murder. The San Francisco District Attorney's Office announced the charges today against 42-year-old David DePop. He's accused of attacking 82-year-old Paul Pelosi with a hammer after forcing his way into the couple's home on Friday. Pelosi suffered a fractured skull, but is recovering. President Biden is accusing oil companies of refusing to lower gasoline prices despite record profits in the third quarter.
Rather than increasing our investments in America, they're